Welcome back. Okay, guys, let's face it. A strong personal brand, it can do wonders for your career, literally change your life.
Yes, 100%. International personal branding consultant Dr. Talaya Waller is here to drop some secrets on how you can elevate your personal brand to always make a good impression. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much stylish for queen.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Love this.
I love it. So what can people do for their personal brand? Like, what's the go-to secret? Or there's tons of things we can do.
Well, I think the first thing to know is that anything that is an experience that can offer value is a brand. Just about anything can be a brand. And also, personal branding is not a new concept. Before we had LLCs, we were the brand, right? If I'm selling you apples and my apples are trash, what are you gonna say? Talaya's apples are trash, right? It's not the apple's fault, it's my fault. And now everything is kind of like this product or this service, but through technology, we are able to have more visibility than ever before. So now people can use the same resources as large corporations, the same marketing and technology to promote themselves and promote their value. So when you think about the word brand, I want you to think about perception of value, because your business is what you're doing, but your brand is what people think you are doing. They're both equally important.
And along those same lines, you said that anything, anybody can be a brand, and we see that all the time. I mean, look at the Kardashians and the Hadids and all of these big names that we know and we buy their products. And we can do that for ourselves. We can brand ourselves and put that message out there.
Absolutely. So let me tell you about the first personal brand that I knew. Growing up, it was my grandmother, who we call Big Mama. And the reason why I say that she is the first personal brand that I knew is because even my cousins on the other side of the family, when they say, oh, you're going to Big Mama's house, or, you know, it's like when you go to McDonald's, when somebody says they're going to McDonald's, what do you think? They're going to get something that's quick and cheap. When you're going to Big Mama's house, you know that every single bite tastes like love. And it's not because of the functional value of the food filling you. It is literally the way she treats you from the second that you walk into the door. When she asks you, how's your day? You know that she really means it. And so, yeah, she's a brand, and we are all brands when we are out here in the world.
Absolutely.
When we're working, providing value, and people are experiencing that value.
Absolutely.
So, yes.
So talk to us about the benefits of having a strong personal brand.
Visibility is currency. And so if you can
say that again. Ooh, stress that.
Visibility is currency.
Yes,
and
facts.
so, you know, even with the resume, you know that the more times you pitch that resume and put it out there, and the more people that see it, hopefully would increase your chances of getting a job. So technology has taken that concept and allowed us to reach more people than just maybe me submitting a resume. Now people can look for something. Let's say they're looking for somebody who is selling apples, right? And I can work on my search engine optimization and make sure that that's the first thing that they see when they're Googling somebody who sells apples. You know, the first thing that they find would be my website. That's what I want. Because nowadays people do not want to be sold. People are tired of being sold and advertised to. They want to just kind of like find that resource on their own. So the best thing to me as far as marketing yourself or your business is to make sure that that target audience, the best client or customer, or manager can find you.
Yeah, and speaking of that target audience, a lot of times people think that you need like this huge audience to make money.
Hundreds of thousands of followers.
Which is not true. You can have a niche and know how to capitalize that and also capitalize on your strengths and passion. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. And then also really getting to know that audience. Sometimes, or actually most times when you're starting small, that's the point where you get to know your audience the best because you have more time to manage them and get to know them. When your audience grows too big, it's like, okay, who's like my perfect customer, client, person? So I think that's also the benefit, is really building that relationship, because a brand is all about relationships. When a company has a brand, right, I could totally sell my toothpaste and not brand it or not put any money into the marketing at all, but then I can only sell my toothpaste for the same amount that you're selling your toothpaste. In order for me to tell you, like, look, you need to pay more for my toothpaste, I need to offer value. And that value comes in the relationship, the way you experience that toothpaste. It's like, hey, I use this toothpaste. This is what this represents to me. I remember growing up on this and, you know, all the results from it. But yeah, so that's why it's important and you would make more money if you have a brand
Right.
across the board.
So you sent us some tangible tips, some things that we can physically do ourselves to start or jumpstart really our personal branding. What are some of those tips?
So the first thing is to have an economic goal, because the sole purpose of branding is an economic goal.
Exactly.
It's money.
Trying to get paid.
You know, it's trying to get paid, whether you're a business or a person.
Let's
It's
be
a
real.
salary or your bottom line. The next thing would be to have a mission statement. So whether you're a person or a company, you need that big picture, because when you're first starting off, right, whether it's that one job or it's that first product, eventually, if all goes well, you're going to grow and expand. And so you need a vision that's broad enough for you to grow into that. What are some other things?
I'm seeing establish your digital home. What does that mean?
That means buy your domain name,
Oh,
right?
okay.
I have mine.
Right,
same.
because you know, it's that place, especially as a person, where you can put everything that you want people to know in one place. So if I'm a researcher, I want all of my research to be right here. I don't want you to have to go to like Google Scholar and try to find everything. Like, this is me. If you like this article, here are some other things that I wrote. And then in addition to that, you want to have a marketing plan.
Right, which you mentioned.
Right, so like, think of your personal branding consultant the same way you would a financial advisor. That person is there to do research, learn about you, and provide their expertise in helping you reach that economic goal.
And that's
through
where
a
you
plan.
come in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what you do.
That's what I do. And so personal branding consultant, it's like people ask me all the time, what do you do? And they get it confused with like styling, career coaching, and all
Right.
those things.
It's different.
Because a personal branding consultant is like a jack of all trades. And so that is, I need to know a bit about design, aesthetics. Marketing is the foundation. You need to know about IT, SEO, and all these things.
You wear all the hats. And if anybody at home is interested in upping your own personal brand, you can check out the website on your screen right now, and you can get all of the help. Thank you so
That was
much.
probably
Thank you.
one of the best interviews that I needed to get my life together.
I know, right? I'm so inspired now.
Me
Personal
too. I'm
brand.
like, okay, let's
Take it
go,
out.
queen.